Can you share an example or two about organisations that have successfully applied the principles that you're going to cover in the roadshow?
Yeah, so I think when it comes to psychological safety and continuous improvement, one organization that's meaningful to me and I have a close relationship with is KaiNexus. For the 12, 13 years of its history on the market, as the company's grown from the two co-founders and myself to being a team of 50 people, because we serve people that are using continuous improvement mindsets and methodologies, they are our customers. KaiNexus has always strived to be a culture of continuous improvement. When I got to study psychological safety, like real formally about a little over 2 years ago, and you start learning some language and the practices that help people feel psychologically safe, I recognize like that is the environment at KaiNexus. It is not an environment where individuals get punished for systemic mistakes. That's a Toyota mindset. When I was in Japan last week with Katie Anderson, previous roadshow participant, Toyota suppliers that we visited emphasized they do not punish individuals for systemic problems. They want people to feel safe. You have to react positively when people share negative news. And, so KaiNexus has a long history of that. But over the last 2 years, I did some training around psychological safety terminology. And I think a lot of people recognized, yeah, intuitively, that's what we've been doing. We did a survey, anonymous survey across the organization, and KaiNexus ranked in the 80th percentile of organizations around the world that have taken that survey. So that kind of validated my gut sense that, yeah, I mean, I feel safe speaking up at KaiNexus, and you see evidence where people do share mistakes that they've made so that others can learn. People admit when there's a problem so we can address it because they're not afraid of being yelled at or punished or fired. So I think KaiNexus is a great example of that. I think for the afternoon material, there is a health system in Eastern Ohio called Memorial Health System, where I did a workshop with them in 2019, teaching about these process behavior chart methods. And a lot of people, including the CEO, took a real keen interest in this methodology. And their process excellence team was training a lot of people, helping them start using process behavior charts. But now as a culture shift, the CEO is emphasizing to people that these charts are important, and I think better yet, let's stop reacting to all the noise, right? So the CEO looks at their high-level financial measures through that lens and through that mindset. People that are doing process improvement projects are presenting before and after data using that mindset. And when they're reviewing operational metrics at different levels of the organization, they're using those same mindsets. And I've done some interviews. I had a chance to go back and visit recently. I'm going to be able to publish some of their own, in their own words, why this methodology has been helpful. It does save them time. They review, by exception, metrics that show statistical signals. And when they were doing some work to try to reduce deaths by sepsis, which is widely considered to be preventable if you have a good process for detecting and responding to the symptoms of sepsis, they had a lot of improvement attempts that they learned weren't really moving the needle. Understanding cause and effect between what they were doing and that important measure, and it's people's lives. It's not just a measure. Because then, they better understood that, they pushed themselves to keep trying different countermeasures until they found ones that were driving significant reductions in those sepsis deaths. So, the CEO of that health system said, it was powerful to hear that they think they've been saving lives by better understanding the statistics behind some of these really important performance measures. So that CEO is excited to try to help share the story, to help open people's eyes